Michael Brown's pastor, Carlton Lee, of the Flood Christian Church in Ferguson, joins the conversation with us right now. Pastor, this situation is clearly broken, and one of the things that bothers me about it is that it devolved into not demonstration but riots. Your church was burned down. What needs to happen to bring about a change?
Number one, I think we need to have more uncomfortable conversations. For 120 days now, since Michael Brown Jr. was brutally murdered, there has been, in my opinion, there has been some cute conversations. We need to really have some uncomfortable conversations to begin this healing process.
I told a young lady who called me after the Eric Garner decision, she was in tears, it hit me at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I said, this may sound strange to you, but America needed the Eric Garner grand jury decision to go the way it went, to shake us out of our coma.
Because I think people should look at the facts here, and I just want to run through a couple of things that I thought were major problems that jumped out to me about this case with regard to Officer Wilson. Number one, he admitted to washing blood off of his body. He didn't follow usual protocol when turning over a weapon. He claimed to not know about the robbery, then changed the story and said Brown fit the description of the suspect. Then I look at the actions of Chief Jackson. He waited a week to identify the officer. Why? He released a video of Brown in the store because it seemed to me that it was a smear campaign. And it was reported that he requested Officer Wilson have x-rays at the hospital. Why is the police chief requesting an officer have x-rays unless he's trying to build a case?
And the chief lied because he said the media requested the videotape, and there's no record of any Freedom of Information request from the media requesting that. So when the chief is lying for a week, the public is going, man, I can't trust you.
And they didn't record the initial interview. They didn't test his gun. They didn't test it for fingerprints.
If you fire a semi-automatic weapon at someone, and if you're a distance away, you're not going to have any gunshot residue on you. But they did find gunshot residue inside of Officer Wilson's car, and they also found it on Michael Brown.
I got to say one more thing, and then I know we got to move on here, because this goes to the trust issue. There was a serious error of law committed by the assistant district attorney in this case, because there was an instruction given to the grand jury, and that instruction basically said that the officer had the right to shoot a suspect if they were fleeing. That was the instruction that was given to the grand jury before they heard the testimony. And later, after it was all over with, somebody came in and said, we better go in and amend the record. So they went in and put in the correct law. That's like the headline here, the correction on page 18.
Right.
Nobody's talking about this. Sunny, that...
And I'm so glad you brought that up, because it was just a travesty of justice. And my friend Roland keeps on saying it's about trust. It's about trust. I like to say it's about a crisis in confidence. And that is what is so apparent when you look at that grand jury proceeding. It was a sham, a complete sham for those of us who are in the know.
So they looked at all the evidence through this filter. Their opinions crystallized with this filter, that under the law, he had the right to shoot this man if he was fleeing. I'm sorry, that if you were in trial, that is reversible error like that. I'm not a lawyer, don't mean to brag, but I'm not. But I'm sorry, that is reversible error.